y'all, Brandie here. Happy Mask Monday. As you can see, no, I'm not wearing a face mask, but I just did one. I was having some issues with it staying put, but this is the one that I used. We have the Farm Skin Ink Firming Facial Mask, made with olive essence. I hope you guys saw that. And I kept it on for 15 minutes. You don't rinse it off. It's the ones that you rub in. So I have done that. And it's definitely very firming. Definitely very firming. So yeah, so it's just a plain white sheet mask, you guys, and I couldn't talk in it, and it was a wreck. So the mask, if you're relaxing, laying back, kicking it, it's full of the cream type essence, is what they call it. And like I said, it works. It's for firming, and you know, I need all the help I can get in that area. But I wanted to come on here. I am part of the Autism Awareness collaboration brought to us by our hosts, Tracy and Chloe, with Tracy and Chloe's Unboxings, Beauty, and More, I think. I hope I said that correctly. And it is a pretty big collaboration. We've done it in groups since the beginning of April. And all of the ladies involved have done such a beautiful job at giving you information. I've enjoyed their videos. If you haven't caught them, there will be a playlist down below. Please do. You know, autism, it's so widespread now. I remember, and I have a son that's on the spectrum. He's 21 now, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Everybody has their own journey when it comes to being on the spectrum. Every single child is different. Every single family is different. Every single journey is different. And I know with ours, since the time Gage could walk, I kind of knew something wasn't right. He was always doing patterns. He was always walking in a pattern. We had an open floor plan, and he would go to the washer, the dryer, the kitchen table, the kitchen sink, and the refrigerator, and he had to touch them. And he did that until I intervened and got his mind on something else. So I took him to the doctor then, and the doctor told me that, you know, I was just being hyper aware, that he was fine. And that if he did that, just, you know, do what I was doing and get him on to something else. So, you know, fast forward to preschool, he was always a hyper child. My Mimi, hey Mimi, actually said that he was the only child that she had ever seen literally climbing the walls, and he did. We lived in a log cabin in North Carolina, and on the inside, the walls stuck out just enough for him to get his little fingers on, and we would have to look up. It wasn't, you know, wasn't very safe. I look back on it and I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah. And so anyway, we always had to keep a really close eye on him. He was always into something, you know. He's a boy. And so when preschool came around and he was socializing with the other children and he was in a classroom environment, that's when we started having some issues. Gage is very intelligent, as most of them are. Highly intelligent children, creative, they're amazing. They just see things a little bit differently than we do. It's like I told my son, it's his superpower. You know, they're superheroes in my opinion. It's just another stage of evolution. They do things a little bit differently. And anyway, preschool came and we had some issues with him interrupting the teachers. He was interrupting the class. It wasn't that he was bad. I really don't like it when people do that. But he was a lot. Tapping his pencil, tapping his feet, talking to his classmates at inappropriate times, you know, just things like that. They do have trouble with social cues. And so I thought, okay, I don't know what to do. You know, I would sit him down, I would talk to him. If he wasn't behaved that day, he lost privileges. He would lose video game time, computer time, whatever it was back then that he liked, you know, he would lose it for a little while. He had to learn how to control himself and behave in class. which he never did. Um, in first grade, he had a first grade teacher that told me, you know, and that takes a lot of courage to go to a parent and make the suggestion that something may not be copacetic with their child, right? And so she came and she told me that she thought that maybe Gage had ADD. And I was like, you're crazy. He's fine. You know, he's a boy. All boys are like that. You just don't want to deal with them, you know. And so I got angry at the teacher and I refused to get him diagnosed or to get him help or anything like that, because there's nothing wrong with my son. He's a boy. He's fine. They're all like that. First grade, we had issues. Second grade, we had issues. They all said the same thing, that Gage was a wonderful kid. They all said that he was amazingly intelligent, you know, that he would help the other children with their work and things like that, but that he kept interrupting class. It was hard, you know. The other kids, since he was getting in trouble all the time, they thought he was strange, you know, which I guess I can understand. But Q all the way up to third grade. It was the first day of school. Gage hadn't met the teacher yet. I hadn't met the teacher yet. We were going to get him registered to see the classroom and all of those, you know, typical first day school things. And down here, they'll have the girls go one day, then they'll have the boys go another day, and then, you know, they bring everybody together in the classroom. I don't know. Anyway, we went, and the teacher had moved, you know, the students get to see their desks. The teacher had moved Gage's desk. She had his name on it and everything, back away from everybody else's, right next to hers. Now, keep in mind, we hadn't met this teacher before. She hadn't met my son, but obviously she had heard about my son. And that got me, because I thought, okay, well, obviously he's becoming known for being an interruption. Oh, I hope this thing is focusing. That looks strange, doesn't it? I mean, you know my house is haunted, right? That's a different story time. All right. Anyway, he was becoming known for being an interruption, and that just hurt me to my core. That hurt my heart. So we made an appointment. We went to the local children's hospital here. They did a lot of different things. He was tested for a lot of different things. And at the time, they came back and they told me that he had what they called combined ADD, where the child suffers with ADD, ADHD, and OCD. Come to find out, that wasn't it. He had Asperger's syndrome. Which, you know, if you know anything about that, it's on the spectrum. It's a branch of the autism spectrum. They're high functioning kids. They're usually very intelligent, but their communication, their social skills, they don't get sarcasm, you know. But yeah, it's kind of involved. Anyway, we found out that's what he had. And at first I felt so guilty, because I thought that it meant that he wouldn't be able to live a normal life. And I thought that it was something that I did or didn't do for him, that made things the way that they were for him. And, you know, it wasn't. I blame myself for that for years. I did. And I'm here to tell you, it's not you. I guess that's the whole point of this video, is I wanted to let you know, if you're a parent and the same thing's going on with you, right, where people are making suggestions maybe, or maybe you're seeing that something isn't quite right, don't think that it's just the way that it is, because if you do that, you're not serving your child, right? Things after Gage was diagnosed and we started treating it, you know, and I got the tools that I needed to be able to help him, his life was so much better. And, you know, everything at home was so much better. He wasn't constantly in trouble. I learned how to deal with him better. My husband learned how to deal with him better. You know, it was just, the situation improved greatly all the way around. So please have your child seen about. I think you would be very surprised in the outcome of that. And, you know, my son's 21 now. He has 2 jobs. He'll be going to school. He's actually getting his first apartment. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so, so proud of him. And he's doing it on his own. And I love them. You know, they're so easy to love. They're such funny, lovable kids. And like I said, it's their superpower. So, anywho, that's it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I didn't want this to be something too long. Please go watch the other ladies in the collab. And I don't know, I think a lot of them are doing giveaways, if not all of them. It was completely optional. Tracy gave us so much room with this. We could do whatever we wanted. And so I'm going to do a giveaway of about 4 or 5 sheet masks, since this is a Mask Monday. I want you to use the secret word super in the comment box down below. Use it in a sentence. And I'll have the comment picker randomly pick a name. I think this is running for 2 weeks. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it's running for 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know down below. The rules for the giveaway are the same as they always are. You must be publicly just subscribed to everyone in my group. I don't think it's everyone in the collab, although I think that you should be. But I'll let you know in the comment box down below if I'm wrong, or the description box if I'm wrong. This will be running for 2 weeks. I will probably make a community post to announce my winner. And you must be 18 years or older to participate. You must live in the continental United States. Contact me on Instagram or via my email address within 48 hours of of my winner announcement. YouTube has nothing to do with this giveaway. Everything is purchased by myself. Once I send it out, if it's lost, damaged, or stolen, I can't replace it. This is not a gambling opportunity. And oh, please look at the ingredients on the masks and everything. For me, these are the ones that give me the most issues as far as being allergic to ingredients and stuff. So test it somewhere else aside from your face or something, because I'm not responsible if you guys have an allergic reaction, and those really suck. And I think that's it. If I think of anything else, I'll put it in the description box down below. But I really appreciate you guys joining me. Please go check out the other channels. Tracy, thank you so much for inviting me. It was a joy to work with everybody on this one, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.